Welcome to the Appload new generation productivity tool for Oracle E-Business Suite Release 11i and Release 12 presentation. Using Appload, we can load data into Oracle E-Business Suite without any additional programming. In this presentation, we are going to see loading of item master, item revisions, and item cost information. This is the Appload's login screen. Appload is a web application, runs on the thin client, and all you need is a simple browser to access the application. I'm going to log in into the Appload system. Let me create a loader which is going to be used for loading the item master along with revision and cost. I'm going to invoke the item template which is used for this load. I'm going to pass the Oracle's EBS username, responsibility, application, and the operating unit. And this is collected for initializing the concurrent programs and as for the APIs. I'm going to take you into the repository metadata information within the item master template. And these are all the fields currently being mapped in the standard template. And if you want to add any additional fields, you can very easily do with simple configuration. I'm going to take you into the revision field. Revision is a data type of string, and it is mapped to MTL item revisions interface to the revision column. And let's go and add a translation rule. I want to add a translation rule where anytime if there is no revision being passed, I wanted to get the value directly from the inventory parameter setup. And as you can see here in Appload, the SQL engine is capable of validating not only against the database field but also against the file system fields like XML field, or it could be an Excel field also. So we are done with creating this translation rule, and I'm going to repeat that also for the revision label, which is also a mandatory field for loading the item revision information. I'm going to pass a query, which again I'm going to pick it up from the inventory parameter setup. So this translation rule is applied against the revision label field. And let us continue further into the metadata structure of this XML template. And these translation rules are extensively used within the standard mappings also, apart from the custom mapping that you might be doing on your implementations. And Excel template list is used for if Appload supports a configurable layout. The input file definition is very much flexible for you to configure the way you want. And if you configure a new input layout, you would come here and do a simple configuration remapping. And this is the pre-validation window, which is a very strong a simulation engine within the upload system, which helps you to thoroughly validate the input data before it gets loaded into Oracle eBusiness Suite. And there are several preceded pre-validations already available with the XML templates, and you can add as many pre-validations that you want depending on the business needs. Let's see a couple of pre-validations. This is a pre-validation useful for arresting the duplicate entry. This checks the input incoming item against the already available item in the EBS system. And this pre-validation is checking the validity of the item template. And this checks the validity of the inventory organization that is getting passed in the Excel spreadsheet. This is to ensure that the item information is always passed as a, it cannot be a null value, and also the organization code cannot be null, and the transaction type that is used also should be a valid information. And you can initialize as many programs, like any sort of APIs can be initialized, and the cursor list is basically transforms the Excel input file into multiple cursors depending on the relationship that you want, and you can manage any complicated